Hey everybody, it's me. I'm almost speechless about the day we just had on Wall Street, what happened and what is about to happen. I want you to sit down, take a deep breath, and take this all in because I have a lot of stuff that I want to cover with you today. So this is my post-market wrap-up on this Wednesday, November 28th, 2018. Stocks rallied almost like there's no tomorrow today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average put on an over 600-point gain. The dollar fell off of a cliff after being higher earlier. We'll talk about that. Cash went flowing into the bond market. This opened the door for more cash to flow straight into the stock market. Now, you see this thing? This communication device? That thing right there, and I mean this, every single trader person that I know, friends of mine that I've known for years, called me today as Powell, even before Powell was speaking. And they're all calling this the Trump put. I want to talk about what that means from a trading standpoint, from a market standpoint. Like I said, I almost don't know where to begin. So we heard from the Federal Reserve today. As I referred to it earlier today in my video. I don't know why I do that. It makes me feel better to refer to the Fed chair as an it. And understand that it serves at the pleasure of the president. That's the truth. Now, let's talk about Fed Chair Powell real quick. If you know my work, if you've been following my work for a while, you know that I said when this guy was chosen by President Trump to lead the Fed, there was a reason behind that. President Trump, of course, and it makes sense because, again, the Fed chair serves at the pleasure of the president. He wants someone in there that would play ball. He wasn't too sure about Yellen, what Yellen would do. So that's why she was out, Powell was in. Okay. We all know how that works, again, unless you live under a rock. I mean, this is the truth, how the system works. So what's been happening for months now is a charade. We're going to call it good cop, bad cop. Good cop being President Trump, bad cop being Fed Chair Powell. I mean, it's no secret. President Trump has been out bashing the Fed for months, up till the grand finale. Actually, yesterday was the grand finale. I'll talk about that, but today was the real finale of it all. So the good cop, bad cop thing has been going on for a while. President Trump has been explaining that the Fed should not be raising rates, keep easy money flowing into the stock market. He's been expressing his displeasure publicly with Fed Chair Powell, saying he's been raising rates too fast. The media, the Confederacy of dunces, all of them have been playing into this, calling it an aggressive Fed. Those of us that understand how this works, those of us that live and breathe these markets, that's all I do for a living is I trade these markets, so I think I know what I'm talking about, understand what was being set up here. Good cop, bad cop. It was a game that works, and that's what happened here. Again, in my opinion, and I think you would have to agree with me on this, it worked like magic, this good cop, bad cop thing, because today, almost as if Fed Chair Powell were reading a script written by President Trump himself, they both won. And how did that happen again? So let's back up a moment because I want to set the stage for you so you can understand what happened. And it probably flew under the radar, but it didn't fly under mine, and probably not yours either if you were watching this. About an hour and a half before Fed Chair Powell spoke, he started to float out dovish statements. In other words, kind of preparing the market for what was about to happen. Now, if you recall, the Dow Jones Industrial Average opened up about 100 points higher today. Maintained that for a while. All of a sudden, again, about an hour and a half before he spoke, Powell, these dovish statements started getting floated out. Stocks started rising. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm covering it blow by blow. I'm posting on Twitter. I'm posting on Facebook. And it really, honestly, was an incredible thing to witness how he was preparing the market. He was preparing the banks. He was preparing whoever was getting ready for this market here to vault higher when he spoke to capitalize on the situation. That's what he was allowing to happen. All right. Then Fed Chair Powell gets out there and he starts speaking. He made sure to say that the Federal Reserve, with regard to their raising rates, was, what was the exact term? My goodness. They're just below, that was a quote, just below normal. When he said that, stocks took off. What was he actually broadcasting to the market? We're going to get one more hike, December. Again, think about what we're talking about. A fractional raise to the federal funds rate, the extreme short end of the curve. And that's all the market wanted to hear. Sincerely. What that means is the Federal Reserve will keep interest rates low. Okay, how do they do this? They print cash out of thin air. They add it to a digital screen. The Fed cannot just say that they want to keep rates low. They have to get into the market and make it happen. So this makes the Federal Reserve very happy. Why? Because their product is debt. That's all they issue is debt. Currency being a unit of debt in any form. Okay? Cash, should I be more specific? And this also made President Trump very happy as well, because now we have what's called the Trump put. How many of you remember the Bernanke put? The Bernanke put, what does that mean? It means simply that the market will not be allowed to fall. Now, President Trump, for the longest time, again, has been playing good cop. Federal Reserve has been playing the bad cop role. But you see how it ended? They both win. Who loses here? Well, the middle class loses. Again, I want a real market. You all know that. By the Federal Reserve now, again, at the behest of our president, because this was set up, had to be. We all knew this. Keeping rates suppressed robs every single person watching this video, if you have an interest-earning account here in the United States, because you're not earning a real rate of return that's even keeping up with the actual rate of inflation. So the middle class loses on a grand scale. Who benefits? Well, let's think about that. We all understand this is the end of the year. And how do the CEOs of the corporations get paid? In stock. So, of course, they want their stocks moving higher. Look what happened today. Unbelievable situation here. And I could say this to every single one of you out here. This was a setup from the get-go. Now, yesterday was the grand finale. Again, do you think it's just a coincidence that yesterday President Trump came out bashing the Federal Reserve, trying to blame the Federal Reserve, raising rates too fast, that's why the market has been flat this entire year right now? No, it's actually the trade war. We all know that. But again, he had to push the blame, push the blame. Look here, don't look here. So that opened the door to what happened today. Powell was a super dove. And that was the message that was broadcast to this market today. And we can expect easy money to pour into this market for as far as the eye can see. It won't stop. Something I've been explaining literally since time immemorial, what it seems like to me. So again, dollar got slammed. Cash moved into the bond market, suppressing rates. More cash flowed into the stock market. This is the setup. We have one more hurdle. So now that we have the Trump put here, okay, and this is Powell, Trump colluding together to keep the easy money flowing into this market. fleecing the middle class, enriching the upper echelon of society. And Powell made sure he did that just before he actually went on. He was telling an hour and a half before he actually went out and started speaking, explaining how he was a dove. And we witnessed what happened here. This is a game changer, people. The last time I used that statement was on Greg Hunter's show when President Trump got elected. I said specifically that stocks would vault higher. I was one of the only people who were saying that. Everyone believed that the stock market was going to melt down when President Trump got elected. I said, no, it was a game changer. Stocks were going higher. This is a game changer as well, because now we're going to get more easy money pouring into this market for as far as the eye can see. President Trump, how do you like this little doodle? I did this earlier today. First thing I've drawn in about a decade on a little Post-it. They really played the good cop, bad cop role like you can't believe. A lot of people fell into it. A lot of people bought into this. I didn't buy into it at all. And where's the proof? Well, as stocks were falling, this guy here was opening up credit spreads on the long end. You all know that's true because I've been posting it all right to my website. Every single trade right there. So, you know I'm not lying. And I'm proud to say that. Well, President Trump, this Trump put, is going to make Wall Street and traders like myself exceedingly happy and richer than we already are. Look, you all know I support President Trump. I do. I want him to succeed, but I want a real market. We don't have a real market. We will not have a real market. And the collusion between these two is off the Richter scale. It's the truth, people, and you all know that. If you have one functioning brain cell, that's all you need. You can see how crystal clear this entire setup has been. The grand finale yesterday and the end game today. What a game. And they both won. Congratulations to President Trump and Fed Chair Powell. Maybe, I mean, look, I could just go on and on about it. And I don't think I will. Anyway, the gift that keeps on giving, people, that is this market. One more hurdle is this trade war, which is also another good cop, bad cop thing in my view. If we get through this week here, there's going to be this big meeting that's been broadcast for a while now between President Trump and the communist leader of China. Stocks will vault even higher than they are now. This is the time for us lions to feed on this market, and that's what we're going to do. You know that's true. All right, with that said, I'm going to end this video, and it's been a day, a game changer in my opinion. Let's watch it. And I can't wait to see the comments from those people here that still believe that the president wants to end the Fed. You've got to be freaking kidding me. With that said, I'll see you tomorrow.